Good morning everybody. Day 2 of the Pond Revamp. Made some progress yesterday. Got the insulation in yesterday, most of it. Got the Harris rails in the corner. Today the plan is to screed that floor, get that floor nice and level, and tomorrow lay insulation on the floor, and then hopefully start fiberglassing tomorrow. But it took us a bit longer than it was anticipated yesterday. Get this insulation in here, because this pond is so out of true. I mean, this pond's been here 25 years. Me and my mate built it, and my mate, who's a bricklayer, block layer, you know, done the walls for me, and this is so out of true, it's unbelievable. When I bought the liner, it was a box weld liner that was in here. I always blamed myself, thinking it was, you know, I was a bit tight on the measurements, because I didn't want, you know, the idea of a box weld liner, I wanted it perfect. I didn't want any folds in the liner, because that's the reason why I ripped the old liner out. I had so many folds in it, it was just causing problems, you know, with crap and detritus getting in the folds. So, you know, when we fitted this liner, I thought, I was a bit tight on those measurements, but what I didn't realise was how so out of true this pond is. Unbelievable. Anyway, I was talking to the wife, talking to Liz yesterday about it, and she said, well, don't forget, she said, that was over 25 years ago. It's in your drinking days. You'd probably, you and him were probably pissed up, which we probably was, to be honest with you. You know, and he probably thought, it's just a pond, and he's just built it by eye, like, you know. It's only when you get a level in here, and a tape measure, you realise just how far out it is. So, a top tip, you know, if you're doing a box weld liner, obviously take your measurements from the top, which is what I did. And then I would take another set of measurements halfway down the pond, and then take another set of measurements at the floor level, like, so, you know, you get a true representation of the size of the pond. Because when we fitted this liner, the box weld liner, I noticed in the corners they weren't at right angles. You know, the corners were going round in like a curve, like that, you know, in a curve. They weren't sitting at a right angle, and that's because this pond is so way out of true. But anyway, I suppose considering that there was voids behind those corners in that liner, it's done pretty well. Anyway, beginning of day 2. Hopefully start fiberglassing tomorrow. I need to give that mind your own business a spray. Starting to look a bit sorry for itself. But just a quick update. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.